So welcome back to another e-trip everyone, and it's the first night trip. Tonight I'm staying at the infamous Marsden Grotto, one of the most haunted hotels in the north of England. Now Marsden Grotto, a hotel carved into the cliffs along the coast of South Shields here in England, has a long and storied history, filled with tales of smuggling, treachery and the supernatural. Now, Marsden Grotto was originally constructed in the 18th century. It began as a humble home carved out of the cliff by a local miner named Jack Bates. Now, over the centuries, Marsden Grotto has transformed from a smuggler's den to a renowned hotel that we see today. But its haunted reputation remains. But it's not just the unique architecture that draws people in. Tonight, I'm going to jump into these chilling haunted history and ghostly legends that make this place so terrifying. So without further ado, let's get started and let's see if we can invoke a spirit or two tonight on this e-trip. Now, when you walk into the grotto itself, you access the main hotel by taking this lift at the top of the promenade here. Now, this lift is operational through till 10 p.m. tonight, and it's one of the few ways down to the hotel level. If you miss the lift when it gets shut down at 10 o'clock, it's then time to take the stairs down to the side. But this is how you access the hotel. As you can see here on the sign, it's saying the lift is only operational till 10. So let's take the lift down into the hotel. We've already checked in, I've been in my room, and we'll see what's about to happen tonight. Let's see what transpires with the supernatural. So tonight, I'm very much hoping to tell you the story of John the Gibber and also try and invoke his spirit while I'm staying here in the hotel. He's probably the most famous of the spirits that haunt this hotel, but he isn't the only one.
Down by the sea where the shadows lie, Marsden Grotto whispers, hear the echoes cry. In a cave so dark where secrets keep, John the Gibber spirit never finds its sleep. John the Gibber, hanging in despair, sold his soul for freedom, found a nightmare there. In the cold, cold cave where the night winds wail, John the Gibber's ghost tells a chilling tale.
Now, John the Gibber is perhaps the most notorious ghost associated with Marsden Grotto. His tale is one of betrayal and brutal retribution. In the 18th century, Marsden Grotto served as a haven for smugglers who used the labyrinth tunnels and hidden caves to hide their contraband. John was one of these smugglers, but he earned the nickname the Gibber after he was caught informing the authorities about his fellow smugglers' activities. As punishment for his treachery, John was taken to a cave quite near to the grotto where he was hanged by his former comrades. They left his body to dangle as a grim warning to others who might consider betrayal. Now, it's said that John's restless spirit haunts the caves and the grotto itself, still suffering the consequences of his deceit. Visitors and staff have reported seeing a spectral figure hanging in the air, hearing ghostly whispers and feeling an oppressive atmosphere in the areas where John met his end. So let's see if we can capture any signs of John's presence tonight as we continue our e-trip investigation into one of Northern England's apparently most haunted and quirky, mysterious hotels here in South Shields. So I'm loving the rooms that are built into the cave. I'm trying to get in and see one of them tonight, but unfortunately they're occupied. So my room tonight is Velvet Beds, room 9. But I don't know what I'd rather have, the cave or coming into the room and having the window open and looking directly out onto the North Sea, which I'm going to leave open tonight and listen to the sound of the seagulls. But later on, to continue this investigation, I'm heading onto the beach when it gets dark, because the cave where John the Gibber was murdered is just at the end of that white wall there. So we're going to go there tonight and do an investigation and see if we can contact the spirit of John the Gibber. So if you do come here, request the rooms to suit your liking. You can get a room like this with the sea view, or you can have on the opposite side of the building a room that's entirely built into the cave structure and into the cliff. So stood in the cave here at night on the beach right next to the Marsden Grotto, surrounded by the sound of a million seagulls. Nobody knows the exact location of the cave where John the Gibber was actually murdered and hung. But if I was to guess, I would say this is pretty much as good a location as any. This would be the obvious spot where he was brought by his comrades after he dobbed them in to the law and to the customs and excise. He was possibly brought here and then hung in a barrel as a warning to other people not to defect. It is probably here as we now approach midnight. But unfortunately, the sound of the seagulls drowns out any eerie atmosphere. So as I walk through these narrow, dark corridors, I can feel a chilling presence all around me. I kid you not. It's like the walls themselves are whispering the secrets of the past. Every creak and every shadow is making my heart race a little faster right now. The air is just thick with tension, and I can't help but feel that someone or something is watching me. Now, John the Gibber was said to have gone mad after being trapped in these tunnels. He was known for his incessant gibbering, which kind of gave him his eerie nickname. Now they say his spirit still roams these passages and the hotel, gibbering in the darkness. Did you hear that? Doesn't that sound like a faint whisper? Or maybe it's just my imagination running wild. It's hard not to feel nervous in a place with so much history and the shadows seem to move, and every sound is amplified, making it hard to tell what's real and what's just in my head. Stay. Stay. Now, another ghost frequently reported here at the Marsden Grotto is the mysterious Lady in White, a ghost often seen gliding through the corridors of the hotel here, her pale figure appearing and disappearing without a trace. Now, some say she was a victim of a tragic accident, while others believe she was murdered. The exact origins of her story are shrouded in mystery, but sightings of her ghostly form have been consistent over the years. Some witnesses have described her as a sorrowful presence, while others have reported feeling an inexplicable coldness whenever she is near. She is often seen near the caves and tunnels, adding to the eerie ambience of the grotto itself.
Now the grotto groans with whispers in the dark. A shadow on the wall.
Now, beyond these specific apparitions, Marsden Grotto is known for a host of other paranormal phenomena. Now, the grotto itself is also known for its ghostly whispers and the sensation of unseen hands touching guests. Some have described the sensation of being gently pushed or having their clothing tugged by an invisible force. Now, these experiences are particularly common in the tunnels and the caves on the beach, suggesting a high level of paranormal activity in those areas. Many guests have reported hearing disembodied whispers, especially at night. Now, these whispers are often unintelligible, but they create an unsettling atmosphere, as if unseen entities are communicating amongst themselves. Now, the tunnels here at the grotto are where the smuggler's phantom is said to roam. Now, these shadowy figures have been seen darting through the actual passageways, and footsteps are often heard echoing through the halls. In addition to John the Gibber, other smugglers who once used the grotto as a base are said to haunt the location. Now, the smuggler's phantom is a term used to describe the collective ghostly presence of those long-dead criminals. Witnesses have reported seeing figures dressed in old-fashioned clothing, reminiscent of the 18th century smugglers who once inhabited the area. Now, these apparitions are often fleeting, disappearing around corners or into walls, leaving witnesses questioning their own eyes. Now, after spending the night at Marsden Grotto, this place is rich with ghostly activity. So I've come to the end of my eerie stay here at the Marsden Grotto, and what an unforgettable experience it has been. From the moment I stepped into those dark, winding corridors, the atmosphere has been nothing short of spine-chilling. One of the most unsettling moments was when I saw that mysterious light flickering deep in the cave. I mean, no matter how much I've tried to rationalise that, the source remained unexplained. And those loud bangs that echoed through the passageways and corridors had made my heart skip a beat every time. As I moved through the hotel corridors, that eerie presence was undeniable. It felt like the ghosts of the past were just around the corner, watching my every move. Every creak of the floorboards, every whisper of the breeze just added to the feeling that I was not alone. After experiencing all of this firsthand at Marsden Grotto, I have to say it's my opinion that the grotto is most definitely haunted. The spirits of those who lived, worked, and perhaps met their end here seems to linger, giving this place an unmistakable aura of mystery and the supernatural. Now, if you've ever had a paranormal experience of your own, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. So thanks for joining me on this spooky e-trip. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please make sure to like my channel, comment, and subscribe for more haunted explorations coming real soon like this one. Until next time though, keep wondering and keep wondering. Stay curious and stay spooky.
Down by the sea where the shadows lie, Marsden Grotto whispers, hear the echoes cry. In a cave so dark where secrets keep, John the Gibber spirit never finds its sleep. John the Gibber, hanging in despair, sold his soul for freedom, found a nightmare there. In the cold, cold cave where the night winds wail, John the Gibber's ghost tells a chilling tale. Sold secrets for a price, paid with his life in the dead of night. Hung in a barrel, starved to the bone, his cries of agony a haunted moan. John the Gibber, hanging in despair, sold his soul for freedom, found a nightmare there. In the cold, cold cave where the night winds wail, John the Gibber's ghost tells a chilling tale. John the Gibber. tread, a reminder of the past of the long lost dead. John the Gibber, hanging in despair, sold his soul for freedom, found a nightmare there in the cold, cold cave where the night winds wail. John the Gibber's ghost tells a chilling tale. So heed this warning if you dare to roam in the Marsden Grotto where lost souls call. John the Gibber waits with a voice so grim, a spectral figure bound by his sin. John the Gibber, John the Gibber, John the Gibber, John the Gibber. Now the grotto groans with whispers in the dark. A shadow on the wall, a ghostly mark. Footsteps echo where none should tread, a reminder of the past of the long lost dead. John the Gibber, hanging in despair, sold his soul for freedom, found a nightmare there in the cold, cold cave where the night winds wail. John the Gibber's ghost tells a chilling tale. John the Gibber, John the Gibber's ghost, John the Gibber.